When we learned we were going to be doing the startup program and working with Tony, we were a little bit nervous at first because we were like, hey, look, we could all be doing this. Like many of us around this table are consultants. Many of us run and facilitate this for others. But it ended up being such a rewarding process. And Tony listened and understood exactly where we were as professionals ourselves in our practice as consultants, as nonprofit executives. And he was like, okay, we're going to do something a little bit different than what would typically happen in a strategic planning process, and it's served us quite well. I think that what made the consulting and particularly Tony's work so effective is that it was differentiated. And so that's the term we often use in the classroom and in education, meaning we were creating something that was specific for that student. And so Tony was creating a process, a strategic planning process that was tailored for our organization. Unlike many startups that are needing some of the basics, what does it mean to be a board? What does it mean to be a nonprofit? How do you navigate the ecosystem? We started right away with, okay, how are we going to steward these resources that we have? How are we going to get on the path of sustainability? Our strategic plan has informed so much of what we do. One of the things that we find important is that we find it important that at every board meeting that we refer back to that plan so that we can measure our progress, so we can do benchmarking. A lot of times people ask themselves, well, what's on our board agenda? What's on our staff agenda? And one of the things that we took away from this process is that the strategic plan is the agenda. One of the other things that I thought was very helpful is that our strategic plan does not live as slides, as a long document. We were very clear that we did not want to have a traditional strategic plan. So when we shared that with Tony, he said, okay, I have an idea. Let's create a spreadsheet. I'm a big spreadsheet person. Everyone who knows me knows I love a good spreadsheet. And our strategic plan is exactly fitting who we are because we are definitely data-driven people. And so that was definitely an innovation that Tony brought to us that we found to be extremely helpful.